third attempt, day one, 365 days running without taking any days off has proven to be a little challenging. But we're not gonna quit. We're gonna get this done, even if it takes me 1,000 attempts. That's the whole thing about failing. It's about failing forward. You don't fail unless you give up. Okay? You don't fail unless you give up. So you just gotta keep going, and keep going. And the way I look at it is, I already ran quite a large number of days. So if anything, this is just making me that much, it's just making me stride that much longer. It's making me push myself that much farther than 365 days. So who knows? Maybe it takes me, 10 attempts. And maybe in the end I end up running 3 years worth of running instead of one. But at the end of the day, it's 365 days without taking a day off. That's the commitment. That's the challenge. That's what I'm going for. And that's what I'm going to get. All right. I'm going to go for my day one, third attempt. I'll see you when I get back. For my third attempt, I decided I wanted to throw in a little more complexity on my workouts. I don't know if you know, but several times in the past, I've initiated this challenge called 75 Hard. And it's basically a list of things that you're supposed to do every day. 2 45-minute workouts. You're supposed to take a picture every day. You're supposed to read 10 pages in a book every day. You're supposed to drink a gallon of water every day. And you're supposed to stick to a specific diet. And the first time I attempted to do this, I think I got to like day 30. And if you screw up, you have to start all over again. Hence why I threw that element into my 365 days of running. I didn't want to have any days off, and if I skip, then I have to start all over. That's why earlier in my intro video, before I went for my run, I talked about this as my third attempt. But as an added bonus, just to show myself a little more appreciation for the fact that I have now attempted to do this twice unsuccessfully, I decided to add another layer of complexity. I decided to throw in the 75 Hard as part of my challenge. So not only am I supposed to run every day without taking any days off, my workouts, including my run, are supposed to be 45 minutes, one in the morning and one in the evening. And, why not throw in 10 pages of a book every day? I always talk about how if you read 10 pages of a book every day and you focused on one specific topic, by the end of the year you would probably have a PhD in knowledge of that one specific topic. So why not do that, right? So I threw that in there. And then why not throw in the gallon of water? Because realistically, I should be drinking a lot of water already as it is. For those of you who don't know, the state of Arizona is pretty hot and pretty dry. So you can never really drink too much water. If you're drinking a gallon to a gallon and a half of water every day, that's probably good. So I figured these elements were only going to make this easier for me and increase what I get out of this challenge. And to be honest, if I get to 75 days doing that challenge, I'm probably not going to stop. I'm probably just going to keep doing it. That's the whole point of this. The 75 Hard challenge is actually a transformational challenge, and I think it's an amazing thing. I've always thought it was. And this 365 days without taking a day off, that's actually supposed to be a transformational challenge derived from some of the teachings that David Goggin talks about. Challenging yourself with long, extensive challenges actually transforms you. It makes that activity become part of you. It's not just a habit, it's just something that you do now, like brushing your teeth or taking a shower. So I'm excited to say that in my third attempt, day one, not only did I run 2.25 miles, but in addition to that, I did some squats, and my workout consisted of 45 minutes. time stretch. And I'll be doing another 45-minute workout tonight. Maybe not as intense, but the point is that you're doing another activity for 45 minutes. So I hope that my videos are, one, highlighting that it's okay to have an attempt unsuccessfully. It is. Nobody is born knowing or being able to do everything. I mean, you think about it. Babies are born, they can't even walk. And they try and try and try their little hearts out just to be able to turn over on the bed in their little, baby bed. And then they try and try so hard just to get all up, get on their knees and hands. And then they try their little hearts out just to crawl. And they try and they fail and they try and they fail and they keep doing it. And at the end of the day, by the time we're a year and a half old, we're running around. So keep that in mind. If you're challenging yourself with something for 365 days, don't expect to do it and get it done on the first try. As a matter of fact, if you do, then you didn't challenge yourself enough. Your challenges are supposed to help you grow. Your challenges are supposed to help you take yourself from where you are to the next level. If you challenge yourself with something and you accomplish it on the very first attempt, that tells you that your next challenge should be that much greater, because you should challenge yourself to push yourself to a place where you haven't been, to push your boundary, to push your limit. That's the whole objective. The objective is to get yourself to transform, to change, to become somebody else, to become something else, not somebody, but something else, to make something different of yourself, to get yourself to become that person that you want to become. Whether your challenge is education or having a better relationship with your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or your boyfriend, whatever the situation may be, or girlfriend, whatever. The point is, if you want to improve your relationships with the people that you love, and that's your challenge, well, if you just do it, if you just think you're going to just do one or two things and all of a sudden that's just it, you just did it, then that challenge you need to rethink that challenge. Right? If your challenge is to become better at your job, that's an ongoing thing. I recently had a conversation with my daughter because she asked me something about studying. And I was trying to explain to her that in life, the entire process of life is one big, ginormous study. You're just constantly learning something. And if you stop learning, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you could be the smartest person in the world. But the minute you stop learning, the minute you stop pushing yourself to gain more out of life, life passes you. And, I've known a lot of really smart people, and I've known some people that were really smart, and they had a thirst for knowledge that was just unreal. And they were like life students, right? They're like life students. They're just constantly looking for the next thing, the next certification, the next learning thing that they want to learn about, the next topic, the next book, the next area of study, and they just keep growing that way. And then I've known other people who maybe were even smarter when we were growing up, but for whatever reason, they graduated high school, or maybe didn't even graduate high school, and they just decided to sit around and play video games all day, and they never took themselves to anywhere else. And so now when you talk to them, they sound like teenagers. They can't even wrap their head around some of the things that are happening in the world because they never grew in their capacity. They never evolved with times. The only thing they can talk to you about is the new game that just got released on Xbox and how much they're playing on Xbox Live. And to me, it's kind of a sad thing. So just because you're born smart, just because you have the capacity to process information, doesn't make you smart. Talent, raw talent to be found in many. It's what we do with the talent that really matters. And I was having this conversation with my daughter. She's a really sharp kid. But I wanted to kind of get her to understand that it's not, I'm going to graduate high school and that's the end of it. Or, I'm going to, get A's this quarter and that's the end of it. Or, because I did well last year, that's the end of it. No, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop at college. It doesn't stop at high school. It doesn't stop anywhere. Doctors get a degree in medicine, and every year they have to add to their studies. There's continued education. They're learning about new research in medicine. They're learning about new processes, new procedures, new legal restrictions. It's an ongoing thing. Financial professionals have to renew their license every couple of years. People that work in real estate, they have to constantly do this continuing education every year to renew their license. Laws, attorneys, you think attorneys have it easy? They're constantly having to learn what new laws are being signed into law. And they need to learn those laws and how they can apply those laws when they have a case in front of them. So when you really think about it, if you're sitting around thinking that you've learned, what is that term, that popular term that people talk about? Oh, I'm woke. We are never done learning. We are never learned. We are never woke. We should always be constantly seeking knowledge, seeking a better understanding. I'll leave you guys with that thought. Enjoy the rest of your day. This is the beginning of my third attempt. I'm not very happy to say that, but I am very happy that I got through day one. All right. Check you guys out later.